Hi again, Doug here from x-framesfpv, and today I've got a quick review for you. This is of the Martian III. Now, we've talked about in previous videos about this frame. It's really not a clone of anything. It's just kind of Martian's own design, but it is an acro frame, stacked frame, meaning everything is kind of pushed towards the middle and components get stacked on top of each other. And I was doing another build here which is really similar, this is the Realacc X210, which is a Lumineer QAV-X clone. And these, I think, are very similar to me and were worth doing a review because they're both in the same price point. Okay, so right about $25 for the Realacc, and same thing for the Martian III. Carbon fiber quality, they're very similar. I think the Realacc's carbon fiber is a little bit better. But one of the glaring differences, I don't know if it's glaring at least on the video, is that this is a true X. And, I think this was designed to mimic kind of true X as far as its design characteristics, but it is not a true X. So a true X means, so in this case, so this is the QAV-X clone. So it's right at about 150 millimeters front to back. And let's get it over here so you can see it. And the same thing side to side, okay, right at 150 millimeters. So that's a true X, meaning front to back, side to side are the same measurements. Now on this, you can see on the side, we're only at about 135, front to back, and then on the side to side, I can't even stretch it out that long. Mine goes to 155, and it won't even go any further. So it's probably somewhere around 170. So this is not a true X, not a big deal. Not everybody's looking for a true X, but that is something of note. I did have a response from when I did a review of this. One of the customers had bought a Martian III, and it was a true X. And so I guess some of them are and some of them are not. But one of the things that if I was going to buy one or the other, I would definitely buy the Realacc here. Is I really like all the different thought that was put into, actually the Lumineer, the Sharp, who put a lot of thought into. One of the big things in flying and racing is you're always breaking VTXs and FPV antennas, and that's just a real common thing, and it stinks because you're always spending $10 or $25, and it just is one of those things. So on a lot of these new frames, you'll find that they have tie down positions for the antenna so that it's not putting any undue stress on the VTX, and that's what you find here. You've got two places for this. Actually ends up wrapping around. Let me see if we can see it. Wrapping around. Make sure you can get it there. Where the SMA plugs in, screws in, and then actually the other one wraps around the antenna itself, and that's really nice. Another thing I like about this is I like the camera setup, the way that they have it. It's a really secure camera mount. It kind of gets it hidden a little bit more. It's not quite as sticking out as far as they do here in the Martian. You see the Martian sticks out quite a bit there, and that's pretty standard on, there we go. That's pretty standard on a lot of these acro frames, but this way you're able to get a lot of good angle on it, and it still is recessed enough to where it protects it. And this is a really strong mount, so I like that about it. So those two things are enough of an advantage to me to give this the nod as far as between the two. It does come with this kind of carbon fiber battery protector. When you're using these frames, battery goes on the bottom, and the lipos do get kind of gnarled up a lot, and this is kind of to help protect it. I will tell you, you do need to sand off these corners because they are sharp enough that they can cause more of a problem than not having it. But if you do round them off, it is a nice little bit of extra security. We'll look at the bottom here. The Martian, it does have a dirty plate. It's not really necessary. Your battery's still below it. So I think between the two, like I said, I would definitely give the nod to the Realacc X210. And I think they're, especially since they're both the same price, just overall you can tell with the two of them sitting, let's do it this way, the two of them sitting side by side, you can see that the Martian is a little bit overall, a little bit more bulky. They're, the top plate is a little wider, the base plate's a little wider. I don't, like we've talked about in the past, I don't care for the type of PDB that this has, and so I think this is a good frame. I wouldn't say don't buy this frame. If this is a style you want, then go for it. But in reviewing the two and having the two and building about the same time, I would definitely lean towards this one, okay? So I hope you guys are getting a lot out of these videos. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section. And of course, subscribe if you would like to, and I really do appreciate that. You can check out my website at x-framesfpv.com. That's x-framesfpv.com, and there you can find pricing and that kind of thing, and check out some of my previous builds. So again, have a great day, and I hope you get a chance to fly.